Well, hello there, Faith Family and Free Enterprise friends. It has been a while. I've had several different thoughts and different ideas that I wanted to share, and just doesn't seem like it's been either the right time or I was lacking motivation or clarity on exactly what I wanted to say. But there's something that stood out to me in my Bible study this morning that really applies to every area of our lives, whether it be business or whether it be relationships or whether it be professional careers or whether it be our personal walk with God. And that is the concept that the Bible talks about of the refining fire. The refining fire. In business, this is just talking about going through growing pains and struggle to conquer. I've got this conquer shirt here on this morning. In my business, we have a core value called beautiful conquering. And it's more not about necessarily that you will conquer, that's a given. It's how you will conquer and doing it beautifully. There's a song that I looked up this morning. It was sung by Steve Green talking about choosing the refiner's fire. There's a phrase that says, the refiner's fire has now become my soul's desire. How do we go from a place where we constantly loathe and we constantly despise discomfort to a place of choosing and wanting the refining fire in our lives? This came up in my Bible study this morning in Daniel chapter 12, where it's Daniel's prophecy. It's from Jesus, we believe here is the person speaking, and he says, many shall be purified, made white, and refined. But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. So I love the first two parts of that verse. Many shall be purified and made white. And we know that is the finished work of Jesus Christ on the cross. He is the only one that can purify us, the only one who can robe us in his spotless white robes, and refined. That is not such a pleasant word. The refining process, as many of you may be aware, I don't want to go into tons of detail on this, but it's where a metal or something else, but the one that's typically referred to in the Bible, a metal like silver, is heated up and heated up and heated up and heated up and heated up until it melts and becomes a liquid, a molten metal. And then it's still not done yet. It's still not enough. Because then what happens is it has to be heated up for longer, and it has to maybe be heated up a little bit higher, not too much, but higher enough that the impurities separate from the true nature of that metal. All kinds of different alloys may be in it, different minerals and rocks and things like that have to be purified and separated out. And that dross is the term, comes to the top and is then able to be scooped away and moved out. Picture with me the end result of something that is beautifully purified. Something that where everything just works smoothly, where everything is improved and there's hardly any problems or very little, if any, problems. Those are things that we want. That is where we want to get to. Guess what? The process is very uncomfortable. The process is very painful sometimes. It is called the refiner's fire. And we all need the refiner's fire in our lives. So then we see the value of it. We see the value we can be after the refiner's fire. How much more useful we can be after the refiner's fire. But here's the thing. We're never purified completely until we get to heaven. We are constantly needing more refining. So for me, what has been a little bit of a shift in my thinking in this is, instead of being ready whenever the fire comes, so I don't spaz out, so I don't run away, so I don't crumble up and cry in a ball, is to actually expect to constantly be refined, to be going through a refining process, and to be, like Steve Green's song said, have that as my desire. change my expectation so that I realize the refining fire doesn't end until one day those who are God's children will stand at the judgment seat of Christ and the final refining fire takes place. And all that is wood and hay and stubble, purified, removed. And all that is left behind is the gold and the silver and the precious stones. So, my challenge and my encouragement to you, whatever it is you're going through, take stock for a moment. Realize the refiner is at work. And trust me when I tell you, he is a master craftsman. He knows exactly how much heat to apply. He knows exactly what he's looking to remove. And he knows exactly how much the metal can take. He is on the move. He's working in your heart and he's working in your life. And it's all for your glory, for your good, for his glory. So that you can be more valuable, so that you can be more useful, so that you can live the life that he created you to live up to the maximum amount of potential that he put into you when he created you. So don't run away, don't hate, but enjoy as much as you can and look forward to the result and change the expectation of intense discomfort. That's the way of refining. It may not be always just as intense as it feels like right now. But let that encourage you. Whatever it is you're going through, embrace it. If there's a challenge you're facing, a decision you're trying to make, don't always choose the path of least resistance. Doing hard things is how we grow, is how we learn, is how we come into our potential. So I hope this is a challenge to you. Hope it's an encouragement to you. Be like these the saints here listed in Daniel that have been purified and made white and refined.